Yo, huddle up, huddle up,
Huddle
huddle
up,
up,
huddle up,
huddle up,
huddle
huddle
up,
up, huddle up, huddle up,
huddle up,
huddle up.
huddle up.
We got week 8 of the post-game Ravens review. You got your boy Mike.
Yes, indeed. You got your boy Rich.
Got Zay in the back, man.
Yeah, we got a special guest today,
Very
man.
special guest. Mr. Beat the Traffic. And I was hoping I could have said that in
it would have been nice.
a light that would have been conducive to what we was talking about today.
Yeah,
Brought
absolutely.
you the celebratory wine,
I did.
man.
I brought the celebratory
wine.
Ravens caps off, but it's a drown your sorrows wine today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we
you
go.
definitely got to drown your sorrows.
Drown the
There we go.
sorrows.
You definitely got to be like Denzel off flight by the end of the bottle. I'm drunk right now. I'm drunk right
Hey,
now.
remember when he hit the joint in the car?
That's how you got to do it, bro, after this game. But, yo, I want to...
My bad. The Baltimore Ravens guy let him know Browns, man.
Yeah, Ravens, Browns. We appreciate y'all huddling up with us. Continue to like, rate, and subscribe.
Yes, indeed. And please tell a friend and tell a friend. Share this everywhere.
Yeah, as of right now, like. Everything else is great,
Like it.
and we want you to do all of that. But liking helps us out if you want to see more content.
It's free to do, man.
It
Yes,
helps
sir.
spread the word.
Peace.
And I wanted to start with this because, yo, historically, we have never been a cute franchise. We got to get out of that, bro. Run the ball. We got Derrick Henry and Pat Ricard on the team, bro.
With Lamar Jackson.
With Lamar, like, it's like,
yeah.
bro, like, make it easy on yourself, bro. Like, it was so
Overcomplicating
much.
things, doing weird.
On that first, when they tried to go for fourth down, they tried to do a direct snap to Derrick Henry.
Yo.
I don't even think
Bro.
Lamar was on the field. Was
He wasn't.
Bro.
That's insane to me.
Insane.
Bro.
That's wild.
You take the best football player in the planet off the field on
Off the
4th
field.
and 1.
Makes
What
no
is
sense.
that?
And you got to remember, you got
First
Pat,
drive.
you got
First
Pat
drive.
Ricard that can assist with blocking if you just run a regular power running scheme.
It
Yeah.
makes no sense. That's
Nah.
the first thing I said is why is Lamar
Why is Lamar-
Jackson
yeah.
off the field?
Because even him just being there is another
It's
layer
a
of
presence.
threat.
You have to be
gotta
honest with
respect
that,
him.
man. You got to be.
To take him
in
off
that,
the
in
field.
that, in that
Oh,
case,
God.
if you're going to do something egregious, I'd rather us like throw the ball or kick the field goal. Like, bro.
At that point,
like,
you should just kick
yeah.
the field goal for all of that.
Was
Take
it
the
were
points.
they in field goal range? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
It was like-
yo, bro,
Yeah,
it
we
was
was on like
literally
the 20
yo,
yard
literally,
line.
if they
It
would have got a
was
first down, we would have
supposed
been
to
like
be-
in
if I'm not
goal.
mistaken,
Oh
it was supposed
yeah,
to
if
be
I
that.
got to choose between a field goal or a direct snap to Derrick Henry, just kick the field goal.
Yeah.
And
Bro.
that's when we all should have known. We about to
weird
have
today.
one of them
It
silly
was one
days.
of those. Nah,
It's about to be
I
one
knew
of
it was one of those days when Marcus Williams was benched with like no explanation.
Well,
Yeah.
he was playing horribly.
No, but did he play? He didn't play today at all.
He didn't play at all.
No, he was on the
I
sideline
didn't
with a
see him.
do rag, no helmet. Like
Oh, you talking about just
yeah,
scratched out?
He
Like,
must have heard us talking about him
He
being
was
barbecue
active,
chicken.
but he didn't get in the game.
Ajoba was
Healthy scratch.
Y'all know what the
lost some
what
guys,
the
too,
issue
this
was
week.
that was really weird about this week. Our secondary has been barbecue chicken this year. For some
Very
reason,
much.
it's a lot of miscues and stuff.
Yeah.
But our rushing defense is usually serviceable. They be going crazy on
Starting to
folks.
slip,
You feel
man.
me?
Yeah.
Smacking
Last two
folks.
games.
Starting to
Bro, they
slip.
was running all over top of us. It was no pressure from that D-line.
Well, Erdman got hurt early, and then a few plays after him, Michael Pierce went down.
That was huge.
And yeah, that's big. You know, that's 600 pounds of
No,
people
that mean we got to go
almost, bro.
get somebody.
But I think-
dog. We got to go get somebody.
I mean, you got Broderick watching. You got Travis Jones. Broderick hasn't been playing well. You know, Travis, you just pay Madubuike all of that money. So the pieces you put around him, those are the supporting cast. 92 should be dominating up front.
Yeah, man.
So
And he
I,
was
you know,
not today.
I know we feel like we got to go get somebody because we have to get an immediate fix. But it's like, dude, we paid the people at all the levels. You know what I'm saying? Marlon is paid. Williams is paid. Then Beeks is paid, and then Roquan got $100 million.
Yeah.
So it's like at every level, our like nucleus of that group is paid. It's like you got to put pieces around them, and they got to perform. So I don't know what took place today, man. It was hard to watch.
We've been kind of alluding to the fact that possibly bringing in a disgruntled pass rusher on a bad team because they're just about a half second too late on a lot of plays. That's why the secondary keeps. It's a lot of stuff, but that's another reason why the secondary keep getting exposed because they just keep missing the sack by this much.
Yeah.
Like Jameis got like 5 or 6 of them off that he should have been down.
This
It
is
shouldn't even
Jameis
happen,
Winston,
yo.
bro.
It makes me feel like Clowney covered a multitude of sins.
He was
did.
huge, bro.
He did.
He was
Like,
huge
bro,
last year.
How good was he last
We
year?
are sleeping on that.
Like,
I was just about
he
to
was,
say that.
He was impactful,
Well,
man.
you got to look at it like this too. Our defense was barbecue chicken, but this season alone, we got to be leading the league in dropped interceptions, bro. I'm talking about the ones that be right here,
Bro,
right here.
That's the worst
right
part
here,
about this,
right
about
here.
today. That's the
right
worst part about
here.
today.
Did we
I'm
have
like,
5 of them today?
I don't know.
Jackson dropped 3 alone.
They dropped at least 5
Jackson dropped 3 alone.
punts.
Yeah, they were essentially
I don't
punts.
want to be a prisoner of the moment, but this is not the first time I felt this way. I don't know why Eddie Jackson is on this football team.
Yeah.
I do not know why. He is terrible.
He
Can't
dropped
catch,
3
man.
today.
He is always out of position. He's always a step late. He's dropping interceptions. That first one he dropped today, it looked like the ball.
He's got to be in his head
Yeah,
at this point.
right to him.
He
He
got
dropped
2
of them.
today like that, and the other one was like, if you an athletic DB, you catch that pick.
It was the one went right. It's almost like the one that went through his hands like this.
Yes.
That one made me feel like because he went like this so fast.
Yes,
It was almost like
Yeah.
he was waiting to do the
Yeah,
reaction.
that's what I was
like,
thinking.
damn, I dropped it again instead of
Is it
catching the
sportsbook
ball.
seasoning?
Like
Maybe
I
he-
have no idea.
Maybe
what's
he got
going
little
on, yo.
arms, yo. Shoulder pads. Is
Yo,
just not
I
allowing
don't
him
know.
To get his arm flex
But
right.
that's the thing about him. He played bad, but at the same time, he was in position
To make some
to
plays,
make
bro.
several plays.
At least 3 today.
Several
I think
plays.
some of them was because Jameis made horrible throws. Kyle dropped the game.
Yeah.
Kyle had the game.
That was the
signed,
worst
sealed, and
drop
delivered.
we had today.
That's the worst.
That was the
That's
worst
the
one
worst
today.
part of
Literally,
today.
game.
I
is
feel
that
so
when-
bad for him. Maybe Zay jinxed him last week when he said, "All you want to do is crash out. You don't catch no picks."
'Cause he had one,
you Had to
too.
catch that.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
few
yeah, yeah.
seconds.
You had to
bef-
catch
a
that.
few
because he was
plays.
crashing out today.
A few plays.
He always
before-
Drop that
does.
pick.
A few plays before they actually did that, he dropped that pick. They did one of those like screen, little quick, little out route joints, and Kyle was right there.
He jumped on it.
And he jumped at it,
And just-
but it was more at the player than if he would have jumped and looked to the right just for a second, bro. You walking down the sideline with that joint. But he only want to crash out. And then that drop just was too easy. And I seen the frustration on his face on the
I felt
sideline.
bad for him because
It was
he
over.
man.
He was like, it was over.
But the only reason I give him a bit of a plea is because today he was the only
I'm about
defensive
to say
player that
yeah.
had a good game.
The first
The
half,
only one.
bro.
Roquan was looking like barbecue chicken out there, bro.
Hey man, I've been telling people that this was Roquan's first summer being generationally wealthy.
Bro.
I don't know what kind of work he put in.
Nah, man,
That nigga was probably
That's
in
a good
Mykonos
point.
just,
Yeah, he
like,
started wearing
living it up,
cowboy
bro.
hats
Yeah,
and,
bro,
like,
the fits. I
weird
said
things.
last
Wild
week.
He dressed
brisket.
like
The
Kyle
fits looked like
Kuzma
getting
now,
egregious,
dog.
yo.
It's like-
He was spending too much time around wealthy people.
I was like, yo, when you supposed to be rough and rugged and supposed to be no nonsense, yo.
Yeah, man.
You're not wearing these.
He's
these
from
clown
like
fits. I'm
a
keeping it
town with
real.
like a population of like 300 people. Yo. And it's like
it's too
now
much
he's
for
got
him, yo. The
$100
chicken is
million.
too much for him, yo.
He was wilding out,
He
yo.
need to be in sweatsuits
It was-
every game from now forward.
He's like the
yo.
Beverly
It
Hillbillies.
was a couple
like-
plays up the middle where it's like, yo, you was dominant last year.
He's a step
They
forward
wasn't
this year,
trucking
man.
you for 4 yards easy. They
But
wasn't
this
like if
gets-
you met him in the hole, it was over. The play was over.
Who else did we lose up front besides Clowney? Is everybody else the same?
I think
For the
so.
most part,
most
yeah.
part.
Our defense is
Because we
almost
kept
the same,
Kyle.
yo.
And we got everybody that was young. Matabike,
Zay
was
Zay
Tra-
Stradamus called it.
Broderick, was he there last year?
Broderick and Travis were there last season. Matabike was
all of
playing
them.
out of his
Zay
mind.
We got all of the
Stradamus
same
called it.
defensive
It's
players.
Clowney, bro.
No, it's Zach Orr, bro. They not scheming these folks up
schemes.
right.
It might be.
Bro, they don't
Schemes,
communicate.
man.
You remember the one play when they scored?
They
I was
snapped
like,
the
bro,
ball, and
they all just like,
Oway
what do
was
we do?
running across
What do we
the front of the
do?
formation.
They
Four
not
players
communicating.
not even set.
They not communicating at all.
Yeah, it's there was one time when they snapped the ball and Brandon Stevens was turning around talking to Eddie Jackson.
Yeah.
However, the only bright spot about that is I didn't know Brandon Stevens could turn around.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
actually seeing him turn his head,
That was now mad. I'm more mad.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he could turn around at all. It's
are you doing?
unbeatable. I have
that
never,
was progress,
I have
yo.
never seen a
My
defensive
man
back
finally said,
refuse to
and
turn
got
his head,
lost.
bro.
Every time.
It is
refuses, man.
maddening watching him cover like a one-on-one deep ball.
Yeah.
It's like he's
And
not going to turn around.
It's more infuriating that he's there.
Every time. He never
He's
gets
there.
burned. He's never toast.
Like-
He's never toast.
It was also, this is why it's like everybody takes some blame in it, but it has to be more of a scheme and exactly. Well, I spoke about it. We spoke about it
Yeah.
on Ravens Huddle. Said there's communication stuff.
Yeah.
Well, clearly, and one thing it happened again today. Roughly 3 to 5 times every game. It's noticeable that everybody's confused.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every game
Oh,
this
yeah.
year, the
They
games
just
they
start
won,
yelling. It looked like rec
and
football
lost.
when they start doing like the quick snap, yo.
Hey, you know what?
Nobody knows what
So
to do.
I keep going back to Clowney because it's a trickle down. Last year, Van Noy didn't have to play as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he was kind of coming in spurts, third downs, fourth down, crazy, second and longs, and it was like he was fresher, but now you've turned him into every down pass rusher.
And you gotta realize he's 33.
31 years old.
He's 33. He's my age.
Oh my
He's older,
gosh.
bro.
That's what I'm saying,
He's
bro.
old for the league, yo, especially at linebacker.
And now he's
This was
an
his
every down pass
150th
rusher.
game
150th game, bro.
Took an L.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was ugly. Oh yeah, you go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. I don't want to get too far without saying this. I'm just being honest. I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, it might be an overreaction." Blah blah blah. No, patterns happen. This is not a Super Bowl winning team. I'm being honest though.
That's a lot.
The defense is too atrocious. We've never seen a defense
This
win a
is the
Super
worst
Bowl
defense
that's
we've
this
seen
bad.
in current-
We've never seen it.
I don't
We've never
remember our
seen it.
defense being this
We've
bad.
I would
never-
have to think.
and-
Not us, no.
Never.
Not us. The 12 defense is not great. The 12 defense is bend but don't break. Because you think about it, they
We
got
not
down
bend
to
but
the
don't
1
break,
yard
though.
line. Yes, that's true. We're not bend but don't. We
just break.
We just break.
And they had Jameis Winston shaking off. He
No,
hasn't started
we
in
just
like
break.
2
And
years.
it's not just
It's
that.
bad.
It's not just the defense. The defense historically, you cannot win when it's bad in the playoffs with a defense this bad. Too many, and we spoke about it last time. You can't beat the Chiefs making those horrible mistakes.
Yeah,
You can't even beat the bad team now.
know what I want to do? We got to call out Monkinen about these weird college schemes. Yo, Kolar was lined up under the center for a tush push when we have Pat Ricard and Derrick Henry, the
can't do
leading
that.
rusher in the
And
NFL.
Kolar got a holding on a kickoff return like in the next quarter.
You can't beat
I don't-
Andy Reid
Yo,
like this. You can't.
No,
yo.
that's true.
I said
You
this to
can't.
Rich. I said this
It's
to
like
Rich.
Bill Belichick. You
I
can't
said
beat
this
him
to Rich.
like that.
I think we the first team in NFL history that had their third tight end line up under the center, bro.
Yo.
Crazy.
Listen,
For
Swear
a
to God, I've
pivotal
never heard
4th and
that
1.
before.
I do not support Todd Monken. I do not. I'm not a fan of Todd Monken, bro. He calls cute, silly plays
So
in the
cute.
most
Weird,
unnecessary
yes.
times. I really do believe that him coming from Georgia these past couple of years, he doesn't know what it's like to be in close games. He doesn't know what it's like to play from behind. He used to blowing people out. That's why as soon as the run gets a little bit of pushback, he just wants to throw.
Scrap that thing.
He think, oh, I'm back in Georgia. Let's throw 800 times.
We was down 3 points, bro. We had
down
points in the
we
third
had
quarter.
11 total rushes with him.
I
third
don't support
quarter.
Todd Monken. And I don't.
And in those 11 rushes, he had over 70 yards.
and a touchdown.
I do
And he
not
almost.
support-
And I don't want to
What
say.
are
I don't
you
want to say it this
doing, bro?
way. He because I had a more harsh way to say that, but he put somebody out of commission. Derrick Henry, right when we kept saying, "Why are you not running it?"
Yeah,
The next play,
immediately.
He lowered
put
it.
somebody out of
7 yards,
commission.
whole shoulder to the dome.
The fact that dude was wearing the Guardian cap,
That's what I said. That's the first thing I said.
still got his bell rung like that.
you
know,
that's sick,
Derrick
bro.
Henry is like
Different
hitting forward
strength, yeah.
focus.
But you gotta
bro.
think that was a
strength,
DB.
yeah.
That's a
All up in the
DB's
gym
nightmare.
with-
Him coming down with a full head of
Yeah.
steam. You got to make the
Nah.
solo tackle.
But
first-
that's a linebacker,
crazy.
right? I thought he was a linebacker.
Was he?
Homie that
The
did
first
that.
thing I
don't know.
thought when that happened was Tua said, "See." Because Tua talking about low, like,
Tua-
I'm not
he
wearing
said-
the
he said
Guardian
personal,
cap. He said it don't even
personal
matter,
choice.
It
Like,
really don't.
it
Like
don't.
the amount of force coming
don't
at
look
you
that
like
bad,
that,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not going to matter.
What
You need
it
a
seems like it
skill,
helps
helmet,
more is like the linemen
reinforce your
who
neck,
constantly
everything.
smacking heads at closer range.
When he
Yeah,
hit that
Anybody
they are
else, it really
constant-
don't matter,
yeah.
yo.
When he hit that linebacker, the first thing I thought was, and Anthony Edwards said he could tackle this dude. Yeah. That was the first thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought.
That's a fact.
I already said he was
Like,
about to
bro,
be chicken if that
You
happened.
would have lost
Anthony
your life.
Edwards, you will end up just
You
like
will
that if you
lose
try
your
that, bro.
life playing with
You
Derrick
end,
Henry, bro.
and prayers up for his health, but you
Yeah,
you
yeah,
you
please,
could end up like that if
They'd
you
have
ran
been
up
scraping
for
him off the
Oh
ground.
my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah, he'd have been cooked
It's
out
a
there.
Mack truck coming down the middle of the field, bro.
Special teams.
Yeah,
Non-existent.
Nothing special
historically
about
bad
it.
again.
Nothing
Non-existent.
special.
And then we
Harbaugh
got-
supposed to be a special teams
Exactly.
guy.
And the thing
We got
that was
the
the thing that
special
was
teams
getting
guru.
me, the thing that was getting me, it was a couple of the kickoffs that was in the end zone. Why you taking it out? We not gonna get to the
Right.
30
Because the
bro.
coverage has been
30
bad.
anyway, yeah.
Punt and kickoff.
Just
The whole
just
season has
need it,
been
bro.
bad.
really
Just
bad.
It's down. All right,
It's like we
let's
gave
get
up
the
on that,
offense out
honestly.
here.
We didn't
The only
focus
team
on
that
that at all.
allows onside kick recoveries. I mean, like, and then they start saying, "Oh, it happens." I heard them speak about the special teams coach. Well, we got it right on the second time, but we got to get it right. Clearly, yes, you don't want to get it wrong at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, yeah, you could say coincidence, but it's like, dog, you're the only team, yo, and that's supposed to be Harbaugh's specialty.
Yeah.
And my boy Tuck.
Come on, man.
Tuck.
Hey, my coworker brought
they
up a
said?
very
What was the
interesting
stat?
fact about Tucker.
No, they said outside of 50 yards, he's like 3-10 since last year or something like that.
when we were losing all of those games, when we lost those first 2 games early on in the season, everybody's having their meltdown. My coworker was like, "You need to think about when Justin Tucker's misses happen." Because that is the turning point. People will often think it's like a bad offensive play or the defense gave up a 3rd down. It's a missed Tucker kick that could have gave you some separation that you miss, and now the other team has good field position, and they run with that. And I'm just like, you got to draft his replacement now.
That happened.
What was I saying this whole game? I said this the entire game. Every time they get to about wrestling midfield between like 50 and the 40, I said, I hate this field position for the Ravens.
We just start doing weird stuff.
It's this Tucker thing, and then Monken gets weird.
Yeah,
this happened in the AFC Championship last game.
Todd Monken.
Yeah. So like random jet sweeps to Zay
weird.
Flowers and
They
stuff.
don't
Like,
get enough yards.
What about right after the Kolar play? We ended up getting the first down. First play we run, I think we on like either the 10 or 15 yard line, is a shuttle pass to Likely in the middle of the field.
A shovel pass to
it was like he was in the backfield. That was another
he
weird
made a
play.
couple guys miss, but it
but
would have been a trash play if it was somebody else. I remember
weird,
that.
The
bro.
play is dumb, bro. This first
he
down.
calls dumb
That's college
plays.
football.
It's
plays.
3rd down. I think it was 3rd quarter with like 5
yesterday.
minutes left. There was no reason for that.
And you want to know how I know
out.
it's a real problem? Because I was calling it out last year. That's how they lost a majority of the game, all the games, I think, last year, was something at midfield and doing something stupid. Look at every game they lost last year.
We only lose.
It was a play
that
right
way.
there.
We
It's
only
literally the
lose
only way, dog.
in the way when we beat ourselves. Those teams don't be better than
Our
us.
team hasn't like kicked our butts in a long time.
It's been a super
we have not had
long
our
time.
we haven't had our butts kicked in a long
That's
time.
a problem, man.
The Ravens would have been on thin ice last week if Marlon Humphrey didn't make 2 amazing plays.
Yeah,
that's the real.
And Mike Evans didn't get hurt. And so I'm sitting here as I think about the Ravens defense, I'm like, damn,
We've been sketchy all
we've been
season.
sketchy at every level. Like the
All
linebacker play has been
season.
sketchy. The last 2 weeks, the run defense has collapsed. The secondary has never been good. And it's like today, it was like I tweeted it at like around the middle of the 4th quarter, and I was like, Kyle's gonna have to win this game. Like, he's the only person that can make a
He
play.
almost
And I
did.
really,
Something
I ain't gonna
literally
lie.
He
you
almost
gotta-
did.
And an interception. He
But
almost
Marlon
did
was
that.
the guy last week who, kind of turned the game around. But it's
Whole
like,
tide
as a
changed once he
unit,
got
the
that first
defense is
pick.
not clicking, man.
No.
It's crazy because, like, yo, I really thought I had high expectations for Trent Simpson, and he's just been like,
He's had moments.
Yeah,
He's still
Trent,
young.
he's had moments, and he
yeah.
is young. I don't think Trent is bad. I think
the schemes. It's got to be the
could be
schemes.
And
Gotta be
Roquan
positioning,
ain't
bro.
looking
Oh,
as
we
good.
might got to make a move.
Roquan
man.
is
It
not
really is
looking-
showing you, like you said, we said it earlier. That
Going from
Clowney
poverty to
edition,
wealth, yo, changes your play style.
that Clowney edition we had,
The linebacker position.
we had a pass
Lamar
rusher.
got paid and played better.
I always say this about any sport. Like, I am never surprised when any athlete gets paid and he just does not appear as hungry as because he's literally not.
Yeah.
He is literally not. He has money now, and I'm like,
Life is good.
I don't know why people
Life
don't
is good.
understand that. People be thinking that these dudes are machines and they're just gonna go out there and be like super.
I thought Roquan
That's
was
why. That's what
crazy,
shows
though.
that Lamar is truly legendary.
Yeah.
he got paid.
You're
and
gonna
got
separate
better.
great from good with
Yeah.
that, but
No,
it's
that's
like,
what I'm
yo,
saying.
It's rare.
They should give out an award every year, right? And I
Roquan,
swear
they
to
made
goodness,
one of these of you, yo.
Give
You
out
a
an
fumble
award.
popping, you bluffing, bro.
called the Albert Hainsworth Award. He's the poster child for
Got
looking like one of the
paid.
greatest players of all
never
time,
forget that. That
getting
was
paid and looking like one of the worst players of all
yeah,
time.
I'm telling you, man, it's real.
It's the Albert Hainsworth
I'm not
effect.
hungry no more. You realize you
$100
I'm
million
set for life.
guaranteed.
Yeah. Look, I'm set for life now.
Trash.
Why am I like
ate everything
going
in the
crazy?
city after
It was a
that,
play.
yo.
He was just laying on the ground one time. He didn't ever get back up.
And you know, yo,
like,
know what's
yo.
really been bothering me about Roquan too? Bro, you didn't make the tackle. Like, stop trying to do these egregious after the play, flying
Falling on
around,
your own
falling on your
teammate.
own teammate. It's like, you're not allowed to do that until you really knocking folks out there.
Yeah, but
bro.
Ray Lewis used to just jump on the pile.
Yeah,
he had
we
about,
allowed it because
he had about 15 tackles total.
He's
that
just
day.
overly
Like, he
aggressive.
was-
You can't be overly aggressive and then barbecue chicken on your assignment.
And he could cover.
Yes.
Roquan has no coverage ability, yo. I don't
At
think he has
all,
that, bro. He's
he be
cooked
out of
there.
position, man.
And here's the thing.
No hips. He ain't got no hip movement.
Yeah, he looked like when Ray got hit with the Marshawn Lynch back in the day.
I'm gonna say this, and I don't want to, but it's the truth, because I'm just being honest about one team to the next. Simpson is a drop off from Patrick Queen.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is.
We seeing it.
Now Queen is in a Batman role now, and he looks like dog shit. But he's not Batman. He's Robin.
Yeah.
And so when you put him next to Batman, they look great together.
Yep.
I don't know if Simpson is that good yet. And that's a part of the defense that we missing too.
I would still like to see Simpson under a Mike McDonald defense.
Well,
I'm just saying. This
we
can't happen,
need
so
that,
we
boy.
passed that.
That's why I
that
keep
ship
talking
has sailed.
about.
Yeah,
No, we was hype about the
but-
Zach Owen. It's not working out, bro.
It's not, my boy.
See,
no,
okay, so
yeah.
now-
We're trying to get a brother a shot.
Now take this perspective. If you move on from Zach Orr after one season, what does that do to his career?
I know,
He got to
but
get out. It's his fault.
it's a
They look
business.
bad.
I don't want to see him go down.
I'm not
but
saying that it's the
I don't want to see him go
responsibility
down.
to save
Move
his
him back.
career.
Mike got to
He was
do it. Mike got to
before.
be a college.
He was our
defensive
linebacker
Keep going
coach,
to
right?
team. You
Wasn't he
might
our
as well
linebacker
yeah,
coach?
he was
Move him
linebacker.
back to that.
The linebackers ain't playing good either.
But that was his
it's
primary
it's
focus.
different
yo.
when you
when you call
coordinate
Yes,
the
he's
whole
not a
thing.
whole
Okay.
defensive coordinator.
And it might not even be that he can't be, but some people like Mike McDonald isn't that old, but some people just are faster at
It's an
improving
experience
McDonald's
thing
like
too, yo.
33, man.
It's
He's
really an
old.
experience thing. This is first year doing it as far as being a defensive coordinator.
Because
He played
Matt call
linebacker.
defense in Michigan. That's what he did in Michigan.
McDonald.
Yeah, he came from Michigan. with Harbaugh.
Yeah.
He
Harbaugh,
was the
they
D
were
coordinator.
trading coordinators. So, what's his name still had one of Harbaugh's coordinators last year when Michigan won the whole thing. They be helping each other out. That's why the running backs are over there and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a system. It's a system, man.
Yeah, you gotta
and
get to it. We gotta get to it, man.
But this is why I'm saying it wasn't an overreaction to say as of right now, this is not a championship team. Another thing is
it's not championship defense. No,
the
Definitely
team,
not.
the team, honestly, as easy as they 5-3, we've seen all these games. They could be 3-5 or 2 what would that be? 6 or whatever.
2-6.
Because Lamar and Derrick Henry
bailing
have
us out.
covered up for so
been bailing us out.
Almost every game has been a team coming
Lamar
back.
put on his
You barely
Superman
win it.
jacket today.
He did.
I wouldn't
bad.
call it a cover up because that's our team.
Yeah,
that's
but-
like Kobe being Kobe. That's like LeBron being LeBron. They got to do that. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They not gonna have
'Cause
mild
easy
games and
as-
we
you
still
You can't
win.
be Superman every game.
Easily
though,
as you
yo.
said
Like,
that,
He
though.
jumped
you-
over
it's
3
different.
When you get paid $50 million a season, you got to be Superman every game.
Well, Patrick Mahomes has been garbage. They 6-0. He ain't
Well,
had
yeah,
to be
I have no
Superman.
idea.
He
I
has
mean,
to be
that's-
Superman.
that's Andy Reid.
But see, here's the thing. This is the difference. This is how you don't. This is the difference between teams that win and teams that don't. Superman in the moments when you need to be Superman, not Superman the entire game. You cannot play. It's just not sustainable.
It depends on it depends on the way your team is built. Patrick Mahomes is dominant the entire game. They have a bend but don't break defense. We're kind of
That's what I'm
like
saying.
on attack mode with Lamar. I think we're designed different. I think we're coached differently. I think they're coached better. If the Ravens had Andy Reid at coach, they probably
the
would have
one-
won
You
the
prove me
last
right.
four
That's what
Super
I'm
Bowls.
saying. It's
It's-
all
yeah,
encompassing.
It's
Harps.
coaching.
It's the deep
Oh,
Spagnola.
it's been time for John Harbaugh to go. It's been time.
Spagnola is in the GOAT conversation for defensive coordinator in history. He's in the conversation. Multiple teams, Super Bowls, gives quarterbacks troubles. This is what I'm talking about. You can't beat that team doing the things you're doing.
Nah, we would get
Can't,
this
yo.
defense that was on the field today would get smoked by Kansas City. Now, however, they were missing 3 starters in the secondary. No Williams, no Wiggins, and no Humphrey. So that's an asterisk. That's a lot.
Wiggins and Humphrey are big.
You
big
can't
problems.
take 3 starters from any team's secondary and think that they're going to go out there and look how they normally look. So we can take that with a grain of salt.
That's how they normally look, though. This year.
They don't look as bad as they look
not
today.
as bad as today.
No, they don't look as bad as they
Not
did
as
today.
bad as
Today.
bad.
Today they
That was
look like
No,
Other than all the drop picks.
I think
Because we did say
Luka
Marlo would have
really
caught
I
2
think
of
y'all
them.
forget it
We
was
said
Chris
Marlo would've caught
Godwin
2
and
of those.
Mike Evans, but
Yeah,
we
2
looked
really good
horrible
receivers.
against Tampa Bay. They got every first down they wanted that game. yo.
Yeah, but we still made those plays though. So we would have had some guys out there that could have
After
made some
Chris
plays.
Godwin snapped his
Yeah,
leg.
No, no, Chris Godwin was at the
Marlon
end.
turned
That
that.
was
That
It was
a
Mike
big-
Evans at
Mike
the end.
Evans hurt his
Mike
leg.
Evans.
Evans
That was a
at the
big
end.
injury.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been out there in the first place.
And
though.
he did cook Stevens for one of the few times Steven
Yeah.
completely got cooked. He dropped it because his hamstring. gave
But you
out,
know what?
yo.
I really think him and Eddie or him and Marcus were talking before that play too.
Probably.
When it happened, I think
Yeah.
they were like, "What are we doing?"
Every
Switch,
game.
switch.
It's just every game, dog.
It's silly, man.
Communication
It's
error. I don't
silly.
understand, bro.
And the reasons you got to win this, like this game, is because that team, that Lamar, whatever for whatever reasons, because sometimes it's just weird. The Steelers, you can't beat the Steelers looking like that. You got to play them twice. good defensive line.
Nah, they the quick slant
and they just know how to play them.
They will have Roquan looking like
every division game is going to be close.
They gonna have Roquan looking crazy out there, bro.
I just think the Ravens didn't have their A team today. The offense looked decent, but they had some injuries.
Play calling gotta be better, bro.
The defense has got to wake up. That's really it.
Outside
Because those drop balls, that's what we didn't talk about yet.
Every game.
Bateman and them dropping those balls today was really bad.
Bateman and
Gotta tell
Aguilar
the
dropped
truth, yo, it's
two
been
big
every game.
ones,
Other than the
bro.
Bills
As
game,
good
it's
as they
been
get
every
to, as clean as they come, bro.
Yeah, that Bateman drop.
That big Bateman drop at the end.
Oh my gosh,
Man, my man started his
Who else
knees
dropped
just
one?
broke
They
down.
said
He
Aguilar dropped one.
They said he fell down. They said he lost his feet.
did
his
lose his
legs
footing.
weak. That's why he's
How?
so slow now, bro. He can't even. Yo.
How, yo?
I think he just slipped. He slipped on the last play of the game.
Yes.
He fell on the very
Yes.
last. I was like, did he fall again?
Again, yo.
Like,
It's like him and Zay both kind of.
I think I like Rashad Bateman's skill set.
He can
But
run good routes like Zay
I think
said.
he's mentally weak a little bit. When that ball hit him in the face, I was like, he's done for the game, in my opinion. Like, he's not gonna make another play. And I was tweeting like, I hope he redeems. Like, go. I was saying go to Bate at the end of the game and let him redeem himself because he's a good player. But I think mentally he gets in his head, and I think that he was kind of out of the game. Somebody mentioned the jet sweeps earlier, and I meant to say I was like, isn't Zay like nursing a suspect
Yeah.
ankle?
I don't know why that
And
is,
you got him
He
running.
just got a
in the
hip
rounds
drop
and
done
I'm
on
like,
him last week,
come
and that was
on,
Sunday.
man.
And it's that was what was
Monday
it? Monday.
night.
And
I do
it's
not support
Sunday.
Todd Monken. I don't support him. I don't want him as the O coordinator.
Well, the one highlight from the defense I did want to give out, yo, Kyle, keep your head up. You
ball
should have
player.
caught that pick, but that fumble was a momentum
Who
shifter.
knows how the game would have looked if he didn't make that play?
He played, and it was
That's
a
a
couple
fact,
of like
'cause they was driving
screens. He was
downfield on that
all
drive.
over. He was crashing out today. I appreciate that, but you gotta work on your hands. You might need to get some of those cutter gloves, yo, the ones that they had in high school where it stick. Because it's like, bro, you gotta.
You got to
you
make
would've-
that.
you would've
He
been the
knows
man.
that. He knows that.
Oh, I saw the frustration.
Yeah,
in his
he
face.
was broken down. The Ravens should win next week against the Broncos.
Yeah.
They should smash that
Home team,
And
home
then,
game. It'd be good to be
They
back in the
should,
bang.
but
Thursday night they're home against Cincy. After that,
Cincy,
how y'all feel
yes.
about that?
the way that's
Both of those games, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not like
comfortable with the Broncos.
super high on the Broncos win.
God.
You know what I mean?
If
Like,
they lose to Bo Nix, then it's really over.
it
you
all
gotta
depends
think.
on what our secondary
They
going to
can't-
do, bro.
our secondary
that secondary
allows
is barbecue
any
chicken,
pass.
man.
Because the Broncos have the
Available.
ability to play decent enough defense at times.
This
You gotta
depressing.
think. You gotta think.
And
Garner
Bo Nix, if he get
Minshew
into a
sliced
rhythm-
and diced on us, bro. Garner Minshew. He don't even start no more.
Gardner Minshew has always cut up the Ravens.
Yeah, I don't know
He's always cut up.
He
the
just got our
Ravens.
number. I don't know what it is.
Still,
He got us
still,
on the
this
Colts.
season
He's
is
like
bad.
he's
I'm
like
telling you,
Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
he got a spot. He go to in Baltimore every
it-
time.
it
he come
don't
out
matter
with
what-
a
Must be it. He be out there in
Jersey.
Towson. He be in the Towson area.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you out next time you come here, Minshew.
got
I'm gonna
something about
find you.
Towson,
Yo.
allegedly,
Let's-
yo.
No, I ain't gonna do that to
He
you.
be
yo.
he just get here and he got a whole
Get my
new
man
energy,
drunk
yo.
in the bar, yo. Give
He
him too
was
many shots
garbage
tonight
as
on the
soon as he
Ravens.
left Baltimore, yo.
It doesn't feel like a Super Bowl defense. It doesn't. It doesn't feel like the defense that can win a Super
When
Bowl.
is the trade deadline?
They can't, bro. This is barbecue chicken, bro.
I think 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, maybe.
I'm telling you, we got to get rid of Zach Orr. We got to try to
I'm
get
about
a
to say,
new
'cause
coordinator.
you
It's
can bring him
halfway
down.
through the season. We might be able to get somebody. Because think about it. It's not a talent issue. We had the same team last year outside of Geno Stone, Darby, and the edge rusher we was just talking about early in the game.
Oh, I forgot. No, Gino had like fucking.
Gino would have had
We were just talking
he'd
about
have
it.
picks.
Geno
Somebody was
would've
like,
caught
Gino not nice. And like a few weeks ago, I was
Yeah,
like,
Geno Stone had
Geno
like
would've had
picks
picks
in the beginning of the season.
down in Cincy
Gino,
now, bro.
Darby,
picks.
Clowney,
And Darby used to come up
Patrick
hitting.
Queen. Yeah, this defense is
It is different.
It's a
man.
little
everybody
different, man.
scrambling on third down, trying to figure out where they supposed
And they
to
not
be.
schemed up perfectly.
Arthur Millette just got back.
Yeah, that was a tough position.
He was looking like
put in this
barbecue
week.
chicken out
Yeah,
there.
man.
I thought he was
Yo,
gonna
first
come out and
game
do some
back
great
though, that's
stuff.
tough, man.
I know, but
You on
it's
an
next
island
man
your
up,
first
yo.
game back, dog. Like
If you know
I
Wiggins
felt
and
for him,
Marlowe is
yo.
out, you got to come outside, yo. Like, yo, I'm ready to play football today, especially against the Browns, bro.
Against Jameis Winston and the Browns, bro.
And then Jameis Winston had the funniest pregame joint.
man,
He's like,
y'all
I'm a
let him
man
in.
of God. He just
Y'all
going
let
crazy.
God beat us like that, man.
Yeah, man. No
But you know,
weapon.
but at the same time, bro, this rate. See, all right, let me not be a prisoner of the moment a little bit because we put Josh Allen in a cell. he didn't do nothing. He had one little breakaway play, and they consider him one of the top QBs in the league. So I do feel like the defense got some work to do, but they can play better than they played today.
They can. But my thing is also, if you watch that game, they were driving. Remember this. They were driving down the field. I forgot. It's been so many weeks ago. And I just was like, I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to say much. That game was looking like it was going to be competitive. And then something happened. It was probably I think it was a weird turnover. It was so long ago. But I was like, that game had the potential
Bills
to
game?
be had to
You
be
talking about the Kyle Van Noy strip sack.
That's what
that
it was.
That game was about to get
flipped
interesting.
the game,
and Van Noy essentially ended the game.
And this is what I'm saying. Like,
we watched that.
I'm not a prisoner to just watch all the games. They're bro, like this season could be nastier than what it is.
Did we try to let Henry finish this game out like he does?
I don't know what's up with that.
No.
I didn't feel like that was happening.
His calf was wrapped up though. I wonder if he nursing something. Like if he had an injury, they know he injured or what it was. Because he had 11 rushes, bro. That's unacceptable.
11 carries for
that's
7
unacceptable.
yards.
That was it.
He had 11 carries total in the game.
For how many yards?
70 plus yards and a touchdown.
Yeah. See, in my opinion, when I don't understand Derrick Henry not carrying the ball at least 18 times.
At least.
That's what we said. 18 to 20 times
minimum.
Yeah, at minimum. I don't understand.
I get the 30. You don't want him doing 30. We heard that. Harbaugh said you don't want him running 30.
Yeah, but like under 20 is like
under 15
is
under 15
I
rushes.
guarantee you, if they did a stat this season on plays when Derrick Henry and Pat Ricard were in the game, it's probably no less than 7 yards.
Oh, that's
maybe more
that's
than
all
that.
the money plays is when that student body
Maybe more than
play
that.
when they go Ricard and then you got to go around Stanley.
you can do.
That's all the money play right
because
there.
they get likely emotional or
that's the run.
Andrews
That's the home
emotional.
run. Yeah.
run.
Why not run
and
that?
to me, you got to
thinking
run
about?
that into the ground.
Honestly, I
man.
want Monkey. I need you to
Until they
explain
stop
why.
it consistently.
This
You
is why I
can
don't
tell you
support
stop
Todd
it
Monken.
consistently.
This is why I don't
And
support Todd
because-
Monken.
You gotta explain, yo.
Because if they can't stop it and then they eventually try to stop it, Lamar should be on the
Bomb.
other side.
Bombs
Play
away.
action.
Either
Yeah,
running it
play
down
action.
or bombs away.
Yeah.
It's so weird because Todd Monken sometimes he gets into a 10 to 12 play bag. And you're like, okay. And then
he
it's
gets-
like
then he
three
just- he-
straight
yeah,
plays
he gets
on a
silly.
3 and out. You're like, what are you doing?
He gets silly, man.
It's weird.
He gets silly.
Yeah, that was frustrating.
Weird.
Todd Monken likes to fix things that are not broken. That's what
Great
he
way
likes
to
to
say
do.
He's definitely one of
He
the
likes
coaches.
to make life difficult.
he just wanna look
He
cute.
likes to
find
challenge himself.
Yeah.
He wants to come up with some new way. He wants to make an imprint on the game where it's like, bro, you could just play a meat and potatoes kind of football game and just destroy everybody with this roster. But like he wants to be like
I tweeted
the
run
Rams
a
or
regular
something.
play when he tried to do. I think it might have been the little
Yeah,
flip
just
joint.
run a regular
Run
play.
a regular
I'm a
play.
conspiracy theorist. I think it was too many parlays in on Derrick Henry getting too many
some
yards.
It ain't looking right,
bro.
man.
Every run he had was crazy, bro.
11 rushes for 70 yards,
get
bro.
sometimes
That's over 6
occasionally
yards a
dibble and
carry.
dabble with the
Well, it had to be
FanDuel.
more than that. 'cause
Like,
he
bro,
got tackled for loss a couple times.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had
like twice.
Yeah.
Like twice. And outside of that, he had 70 yards. Bro, keep giving him the ball. It's sportsbook seasoning sometimes.
Give him the
bro.
rock, yo.
It's sportsbook seasoning sometimes.
give him the rock.
Like some of those like 3rd and 1s and like it's
man.
like
What are you doing?
far under
It's
the
simple.
center.
Just run a regular dive.
Yeah.
Like,
We have Pat Ricard
why you
and
have
Derrick
Pat
Henry.
Ricard and Derrick Henry?
We gave Derrick Henry a lot of money.
Yeah.
Pat
Just
Ricard is
run
the best
it
fullback in
middle.
football.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Well, it's only like 4 of them, but
Simple,
still.
Todd, bro. It's simple, Todd.
I would have put Pat Ricard and I would have put them in an I formation. I might even switched out a tight end for another offensive line. And it's like now you know I'm coming this way.
And
Let's do something
and
about
it shouldn't matter.
nothing you can
I'm
do.
coming
Derrick
that
Henry
way.
and Pat
Here I'm coming
Not
to this B
unfortunate.
gap.
We got
Third
light
Do
grade,
something
it
about
shouldn't
it.
matter.
Shouldn't
All
matter,
of them are
bro.
aggressive.
Derrick Henry
Yeah.
falls
matter.
forward for 4 yards more times than
Shouldn't
not.
matter.
As long as he can get past that first person grabbing at him, come on, man.
Yeah, man. That keeps Jameis off the field.
And
He
I'm not
scored
gonna
points.
lie, like, yo, Jackson might not be able to start no more, yo.
Oh, he
I've never
shouldn't be-
seen
he
anybody.
shouldn't
I've
be
never seen anybody
playing.
drop 3 to 4
He shouldn't
picks
be
in one game,
playing.
and 3 of them was like,
But what's so crazy
Right
is Marcus Williams has never been in the position to even make the play.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's
He's
the
in
problem.
position to
That's
make
fair.
the play.
That's a
It's
fair-
so
that's
weird,
a-
man.
Jesus
I don't know which
Christ.
one you
That's a fair
choose.
observation.
So now it's like,
stress this
Yo,
out on a
what are
Sunday,
you
bro.
doing?
You know what I do need to do real quick is give Ronnie Stanley his flowers.
Yeah, man.
Because I was a little skeptical about him last season.
Yeah.
And I thought he might have been hurt, but he looked like crap. He don't look like crap now.
He let up.
and
He had a couple
He let up
penalties
one
this
nasty
game.
But
sack
listen,
and
The
a false
penalties he
start.
did was honorable because they kept
Two stupid
Lamar out of
penalties, yeah.
crazy
Bingo.
collisions. He like, no, I'm gonna keep that on right here because I see Lamar
love
right
that
here.
first hold on Myles Garrett.
Because at first I was like, yo, that was egregious. I'm like, oh, Lamar doing
loved
too
it.
much.
Nope,
And he just
grab
like,
him.
no, I'm not about to let
Grab
you
him,
man, Joe.
grab, and you
You're
know
not
what?
about to
We
do
still
that,
kicked the
yo.
field goal.
Yeah.
He didn't knock us out of
Yeah.
scoring range.
that.
Still
I
kicked
never
the
thought
field
of it
goal.
from
I
It
loved
was literally Lamar saves for the
He
most
been
part.
balling, man.
Yeah.
That Lamar like hurdle.
Oh,
That was the craziest play of all
I don't
time.
know what he was
Why did he
thinking,
do
but
it?
somehow it worked. Yo.
It almost
I
looked
don't know what he
like a
was
movie
thinking.
the way all the other players ran into each other and he just like galloped out of bounds.
Bro,
Like
he jumped through 3 dudes in slow motion
That
and
was
just
wild.
like landed and just trotted out of bounds. I'm like, this is the
What was-
greatest football player
What
of
was
all
so
time,
crazy
yo.
about
the
it
slick
was
back fro hanging out the
Yo,
helmet
the
is the
slick back
iciest thing.
I said he was sweetness off roll bounce,
Yeah,
yo.
no,
Facts.
My man was sweetness out there,
like
yo.
Samuel Jackson in Pulp Fiction.
Exactly,
bro.
yo. He was extra
He's
player.
icy.
What was
bro.
so
Only doing
crazy about
business.
after he did it and they all hit each other? He looked the most calm out of
Yeah,
everybody.
that's what I'm
He looked like he
saying.
didn't even do
Because
the
he was
move.
on their sideline.
You didn't see it
Ultra
happen. He was
instinct
looking
out
there.
there,
He just kept
bro.
walking
He
and came
sees-
back around like
we
nothing
say his
happened,
awareness is
yo.
his superpower.
If you paid
His
attention
vision.
to it after the play on the sideline, the players, I know they were saying, "Yo, you
Yeah.
wildin', bro."
I
What
don't
you be
think-
on,
Like, that's
bro?
the first time I seen that.
It's like,
yo.
what you
3
be
men
on,
crashing
bro?
down, and he have them all just run into each other. He just
Our team was looking like, damn,
slow motion jump out the camera.
I don't think there's an NFL quarterback with 2 MVPs that is not in the Hall of Fame. I don't think so.
No, it's never happened.
Yeah, it's
And
impossible.
Lamar's about to get his 3rd. So like, he's earning a gold
Like I
jacket,
said, he
bro,
put the
right in front
Superman.
of
He
our
put the
eyes,
Superman
bro.
jacket on. Like I was just talking about this with my dad yesterday.
Yeah.
He was like, since we get to watch this, we're desensitized to the greatness that we witnessed.
absurd.
It's
Like we not gonna
Zay
understand
said
what
it.
we saw until Lamar's not here, and then we got a serviceable quarterback, and you like,
Zay said it in this game. That last drive,
The
when
second to
we got
last
it to,
drive.
what's it, the 24,
the
23?
boy is crazy.
Yes.
bro.
When that
The
was all
entire
Lamar
drive.
Jackson,
Crazy,
yo.
bro.
That is one of the best
They're just
drives
taking and
you'll see
breaking
a quarterback
25
have all
yards,
year.
then
Which one?
throwing
The
amazing
running was
passes.
the second to last
When we was
drive.
up by 1 point, we had it 24-23. He drove it
Okay.
downfield.
Running,
We had
throwing,
started
everything.
on like the
dropping
10
dots.
because we
He
got
did
a
the
penalty
Uncle
on the
Rico
kickoff.
sidearm to somebody.
He was
I'm like,
wilding.
this
He
boy
was
is crazy.
wilding on that drive.
I
He was just
went
used to
back-
it now, yo. He was
Yes.
going ballistic on that drive. Yo.
I went back and watched like the full highlights of the Tampa Bay games. Like it was like 18 minutes. And as I watched those highlights, it was like late and it was like early in the morning. And I had tweeted, I was like, if the Ravens had let Lamar Jackson go, I would have left. I would not have been a fan of
we
this
couldn't have
team.
been fans no
If they
more.
had let this man
This
walk
is
out of this
generational
building,
talent, yo. Yeah,
I would have went with him. Wherever he went, that would have been my squad.
This is
I would
generational
have left,
talent,
bro.
yo.
I would have never been able to forgive the Ravens for letting
That would have
a
been the
player
worst
this
decision
magnitude
of our
go.
lives. As a team.
Honestly, if he could play at this rate and get 1 ring out of it, he's gonna go down as
just
the
gotta
greatest
get one.
player, like
Just need
offensively.
one.
He's
Outside of Tom Brady.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
Has to
he's
get
really
one
like
just need
one of them
ridiculous,
things.
yo.
But this is what I'm talking about. The situational coaching and the making plays, if he's on the right, like, salute the Pat, he's that dude. If he's playing with
Andy Reid, oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
like
you said,
that
we
team
have
would be
we forced you to
impossible
go.
to beat.
Yeah.
And we would have
Impossible.
lost the
Everybody
game.
would. They
in
almost
like
impossible
3
to beat with
seasons,
Pat.
3 or 4
Yeah.
seasons.
Lamar
we
is
would lose
that
the game.
good, dog.
Nah, if we had Andy Reid, man, it'd be on.
I'm still saying to this day, you got to get Pat. Listen, man, he won him. You just got to let him just have his spot wherever he's at. But Lamar, yo, his peak.
Yeah, physically, he's just
If they
blessed.
both, if any quarterback on the planet is playing at their highest level, nobody can reach that ceiling.
No
yo.
one.
Nobody on
Nah,
the planet.
today, right now, Lamar is the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
It's
Best
not
player,
even,
period.
Bro,
It's
it
not
was
even a
one play
debate.
where he made a crazy play. I think he threw it.
He
to,
almost
like-
drove it down the last.
It was to Zay
Yeah.
Flower was a crazy play, and he
Right.
like doing all this, like he shook like 2
He just be
dudes,
laughing after plays. He just be
smiling,
so chill.
last
pat
play.
somebody on the helmet.
Yeah.
The very last play.
Yo,
Oh yeah, he made
Yo,
like 4
he
people
made
miss.
4 people miss in
Yes.
the backfield.
And he made a
bro.
decent throw.
Looking downfield
Bateman,
still.
he fell
falling
down.
on the floor. That's why he was livid after
The
the
throw
joint.
that he made to Likely on the first game
Insane.
against Kansas City.
Yeah.
Like
Insane.
dog.
Pure
he's
insanity.
out of his. It's
pure insanity.
he's gotten better every season.
Every season.
pure insanity.
I don't know when it's gonna stop, but I don't know what it's gonna look like.
And
It's
that's what-
honestly
that's why you
scary.
can't blow these
It's
seasons.
honestly
yo. That's what's
scary,
making
yeah.
me mad.
Yeah.
Yo. That's why I said they got to replace the.
Yeah,
You
they
wasting
gonna
time.
replace the. You
They gonna have a
wasting
30
this,
for
yo.
wasting
30, yo.
time.
If
You're
we don't
wasting
win,
it.
they gonna have a 30 for 30. It's gonna be called wasted talent, and they
Nah,
gonna be
the-
pointing
the
at
best
Harbaugh,
team that never
yo.
was.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
That's a fact. Looking like the
Wasted
Bills
talent,
down there.
yo.
Last
30
year was
for
their
30.
best chance. Last year was one.
That
Last
was a
year
perfect team, yo.
was the best. That last year might have been the best Ravens
We got
team
a
of
blame
all time.
Monken and those.
I
threw the ball
It might have
37
been.
times.
It might have been.
I waited
the ball
until
37
like
times.
the second to last week. I was like,
I think
remember
that's the
talking
best. That could be the best.
I
Ravens
said
team
this
of
is
all
arguably
time.
arguably top to bottom, one of the greatest teams. It said they had to
Football
win the whole
teams,
thing.
period,
Yo.
Yeah.
They were that good.
Nah,
yo.
it was unbelievable.
What's the name? What's the
Monken,
name?
And special teams.
My bad, real quick. OBJ, Odell said, and he won on a stacked team. He was in that locker room and he said, "This is the best team I've ever been on."
Yeah.
Yo.
They were
That
unreal,
Rams
dog.
teams was wild.
With
Yeah, I remember that Rams
Oweh and
squad.
Clowney and all those boys and Queen and everybody, and then on offense, like you said, Odell Beckham, they were loaded, man. Andrews likely came on late. That was the best.
Easily.
Oh my God, Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
He coming back, though.
bro.
He coming back. That leg getting together.
Oh,
He said, I gotta
man.
pray for that man leg.
Well, Monken won't use him anyway.
Right, I was about to say.
That's why I always go back and harp on last season. Like, it's a blessing to have Derrick Henry, but whenever everybody was like, "Oh, we got Derrick Henry now," I'm like, "Yo, I don't think y'all remember in the playoffs, Gus Edwards was averaging 5 yards a carry.
He was us.
No, Gus
Like,
is that man.
legit,
bro.
they didn't give him the
was
ball
cooking
at
him, yo.
all.
But
in the
Gus
AFC
ain't no
Championship.
Derrick Henry.
Oh, he's not Derrick Henry.
Gus is good. I
He's
love
not
Gus.
Derrick Henry, but we could have got over that hill
Always
last year.
love Gus.
We would have won if we ran
Yeah,
the ball.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
fact.
He ran the ball 6 times, but like Monken did something similar today with
More.
11 carries for Derrick Henry.
As soon as he
Getting
feels
cute.
like, anytime they go in this, even anytime they either approach in the second half, it ain't even got to be the second half, or
we
they in the
down,
second
they
half.
panic.
If they're down 1 point,
Yeah.
he's
They
nervous
panic,
and
yo.
stops running the ball.
I don't know if
Panic,
y'all
bro.
remember, but that Buffalo game, how you talked about it was about to take a turn. When Kyle Van Noy got the strip sack, we had just punted them the ball. And we had just punted them the ball because that was the game that Derrick Henry started with like the 98-yard touchdown run, right?
Yeah.
So we are abusing them with the run. Monken comes out to start the second half with 3 consecutive
Yes.
passes.
I remember.
I'm telling you,
We punt and then they get the ball.
watch
It's like
the games. We all do. But I'm
Yo,
saying,
and they
conserving
scored.
no clock.
This season,
Oh
Nothing.
my God! I'm telling you, dude.
Nothing. It's
I
not keeping the
do not
defense
support
honest.
Todd Monken.
Get
I do not
Monken out
support
of
him.
here, yo.
Get him out of here.
bro, this season could have been way
Get 'em outta here.
worse, man. I know it's 5-3, but bro, I'm
And the
watching
annoying
these
part
games.
is we're
man.
so good, yo.
We
Like,
need
we're really, really good.
as
yo.
much as I want a young head coach to like grow with Lamar and finish out his career and have something like a like they got in with the Rams or with
must say, I kinda want the
what's your
Rams to
boy
suck
in San Fran's name? Is that Shanahan?
Shanahan,
Kyle
Kyle
a young coach like that for a offensive coordinator. We need like a old school like blue collar dude. You need like a Bill Cowher mentality type dude to call the offense
yeah,
because
so
like
it could be just
you need
this
somebody who's gonna call halfback dive like 2 out of 3 plays. Like just run the ball. Just run it up the middle. Get a little play action here. Dump off
I
here.
like
Sean
McDonald,
McVay,
yo.
Sean McVay would be perfect. Sean McVay understands situations.
Well, they're never gonna let Sean. I ain't even thinking about him. They're never gonna.
He
let
talked
him
about
do it.
retiring. I was
I would
hoping
like
he was
Mike
going to do that
McDonald,
joint.
They're never gonna let
He had
him
the
do it.
Dolphins looking the greatest they've ever been.
Hey, man,
with
they might be able to make a
weapons.
trade.
If Mike McDonald had him,
You could trade
I mean,
coaches,
if we
right?
had Mike McDonald and then we get a defensive coordinator, we
He
win the
looks like
championship. yo.
somebody say he looks
Millhouse
like
show.
somebody
That's
off
Millhouse show.
Millhouse,
That's Millhouse
is
show.
hilarious. Somebody say he looks like
Coach
somebody off
Millhouse.
GTA,
That's
like a GTA Miami character.
He does. He looks like the oldest brother that we never met on Malcolm in the Middle, yo.
What?
That's what he looks like, yo.
That's
Damn.
the older brother
The
that
successful
moved
one
away
is-
with Malcolm
I'm
in the
done
Nah,
Middle.
with
he
y'all,
looks
yo.
too Spanish, yo. He look like he look like he sell dope, man.
Yo,
He look like he sell dope, man.
Boy.
oh man, another crazy week is all.
A very
I'm
nasty.
depressed,
L.
low key. I'm
no,
glad.
it sucks. And on top of that, we haven't lost in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So now this is a new kind of
Sore,
a,
man.
you know what I mean?
Sore, man.
And we all got to go to work tomorrow.
We gotta wait 7 days. 7 days for
Be in the
redemption.
bank.
Y'all better
next
get
week,
it together, yo.
Be in the bank.
Back to the bank, yo.
They bet not, yo. I'm telling
What time
you,
is the
yo.
game next week?
Broncos,
Should be 1
1
o'clock.
1 o'clock game.
All right.
1 o'clock
Perfect,
next week.
perfect.
The following week is a Thursday night.
Yeah.
That Raiders
hate
game,
them Thursday nights.
leaving out that stadium, I never want that feeling again. It's not because you just lost. It's not because you lost the game. It's the team you lost to, yo, and the way they lost.
We
I
lost
don't
to the
like
Browns
that.
at home
That
last
was
year.
na- I'm so happy. Yo,
I was there
love
for that
losing.
loss.
If I'm
Sorry
so
teams,
happy
bro.
that game wasn't here, I would have been livid, dog.
I was there for that Browns
I'd have been
loss
livid,
last
yo.
year. It was
Absolutely
bad.
livid,
It felt
yo.
bad.
That's why.
Because
That's,
Kyle went off. Kyle went off in that game, and we still lost.
that's why I'm like, for the life of me, on a short week 2, a Thursday, please please don't have no goofy loss to the Bengals on a late night.
Well, you know,
I'm going to be.
Hey, it's going to be a close game, man. The AFC North. Look at, like you said, we lost to the Browns at home last year, right? But look what we did to the two teams that played in the NFC title game. Whooped them both.
Yeah, people's out.
The Lions and the Niners destroyed. They didn't have a chance. But when it comes to them NFC North games, bro, they get close. They get chippy. It don't matter who the quarterback is. It don't matter who's going to play.
I don't want to see them nowhere near the Lions this year. I don't care if it's NFC and Lamar wins.
I ain't worried about that. You can't be worried about nobody. You just got when the Ravens play their game.
I'm just talking the truth.
They win.
Yeah.
When they lose, it's because they didn't play their game.
That boy Goff is like almost throwing 100% every game now against that secondary.
No, they got
barbecue.
Goff is cooking.
Super barbecue
Jameis
chicken right now. I'm just saying right now.
And Amon-Ra St.
They got to get to the
Amon-Ra St. Brown killed my parlay today, man.
They almost got us yesterday. I mean, last year, the Lions. They came
we
back
whooped
on that
them.
game.
Did they come back?
They came back on that game. They almost got us last
You know
year.
what? I kind of turned that one off. I was traveling.
We was
I was
cooking
overseas.
them, but they was coming
and,
back.
We was whooping them, man.
Yeah.
We was whooping them.
Yeah.
Yo.
Well, we got another post-game review. Appreciate you pulling out.
Always, brothers.
Continue like, rating, and subscribing. Show
Please,
love,
please,
man.
please,
We appreciate
for
the
sure.
engagement. Get in the comments, because we got to fix the defense, and it's egregious out there. Monkening, Zach Orr, y'all on trial.
Yeah.
Harbaugh, everything.
Harbaugh, we on trial.
We'll be back with y'all. Ravens Huddle, episode 19.
18. Oh, yeah, 19.
19 coming up soon.
19.